So the Trump trap slams shut on Wednesday. Bam! And the reason why it does is because in order for Congress to vote on opening the government, they had to bring in Grijalva. And Grijalva is the 218th vote. She signs in that day for the 218th vote for the discharge petition. That means in about 2 weeks, we're going to get the vote on the Epstein files. But that is only the beginning of the nightmare. The real major portions of that nightmare, as I've said, is in New York. And right now, the person who is the mayor of New York has no loyalty to the power structure that Epstein protected himself in by doing a lot of his work with Trump in New York. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to come up in that, but Trump will be the big one. And then what will happen are people from New York will probably be called into being testified or whatever, or they will start to step up. Because the people who know what Trump did are in New York or former New York residents who were in and around Trump, either employees or whatever, people like doing the small jobs, the people that nobody pays attention to. But those are the people who know the stuff. And they will talk. What you can do in your state and in your town is what Trump was also doing. Likely what's going to happen is there may be some connection to, for example, the Miss Teen USA, Trump model management, where Trump was involved in modeling and teenage girls who would want to get their connections to like Epstein or whatever, that Trump could hand these girls off to Epstein because Epstein was paying for people who bring him girls. Trump would be, when it comes to Trump model management, and the Miss Teen USA pageant is an excellent resource for a sex trafficker to collect girls from those elements. Miss Teen USA operated in all 50 states. So no matter what state you are in, you have the power to demand an investigation into your city and your state's Miss Teen USA, and whether or not any of those girls were exposed. The nightmare of Trump is only beginning in that area. The other area where it probably will start coming out, and it won't be long, is the one-stop parties. As you will see in the description of this video are my videos that I've done on this topic, the entire playlist of the Epstein saga. Please look into that, talk with your, local government to start looking into what Trump was doing with the Miss Teen USA, whatever state you are in, was doing back when he was friends with Epstein. So please, we need to get out there. We need to do this work because this trap is closing. And trust me, this is only the beginning of the nightmare. Because what's coming up is the Comey trial and the Letitia James trial that is coming up. And that's going to that may be discharged because of prosecutorial misconduct. What I'm hoping is that they just don't toss it, that they do what they should do. And that is get Trump's DOJ to get the people who were involved in the malicious prosecutorial scheme and get them to call to testify. Hopefully that will happen. If not, it probably will be discharged. Likely that's going to happen on Thursday. And again, New York is also holding on to the other big weapons against Trump, and that was the last mayor and the blackmailing of the previous mayor by Donald Trump. So Trump's gigantic, nightmarish trap has sprung, particularly around Epstein, and that will be triggering what's coming up with the Comey trial, the Letitia James trial, and the fact that New York has basically bribery of the previous mayor, and the mayor that is there has absolutely no loyalty, and nor does his attorney general or his DAs have loyalty to the power structure that protected Epstein and Trump in the city of New York. Trap sprung. Like, share, subscribe. Let's talk about this. Get to work.